Today we are going to check out a very unique headphone that has delivered one of the most WTF moments of my headphone experiences. It is the Skullcandy Crusher Evo and it is my first Crusher headphone, so I didn't know about the special feature of this lineup. That special feature is what Skullcandy calls sensory bass, and what that means is that these headphones have additional vibration motors inside them that vibrate to deliver a very sensory experience, so you can literally feel the bass on your head. Not just your ears, but your complete head. So the first time I tried these headphones, I really had a very mind-blasting experience. But these headphones cost around $200 or 14,000 rupees in India, so you are paying a serious amount for them. And while they are really great for the kind of buyers that Skullcandy is targeting, these are definitely not for everyone. Hey guys, I am Siddharth and there is just a lot to talk about these headphones because they are one of the most interesting pair of headphones that I have used. We have a fairly interesting unboxing experience with this headphone. Inside it, you get the instructions to operate it on the box, then some papers for support and warranty. We get a 3.5mm audio cable along with a USB Type-C cable to charge them, and finally we get to the headphones that come in this very interesting carrying bag that you have to buckle up to store them. And it also has pockets inside to carry your cables. The design of the Crusher Evo is really great. They look very modern but without overdoing it, and they just have a lot of interesting stuff going on with them, like the fabric covering on top of the headband that looks very unique with their grey-black theme. The headband cushion is made of silicone with this unusual two-point design, and they have a matte coating on their body, which I also liked. They are also available in a grey color, but I think that the black version looks better. On the right ear cup, you have 3 buttons which will let you control the playback of your music, switch to different tracks, adjust the volume, and call the Google Assistant with a double press. On the left side, you have a 3.5mm port for wired playback, a USB-C port for charging. The power button has a nice orange accent to it, and then you have this very special slider that lets you control the strength of the sensory bass or the vibration motors on these headphones. The headband size can be adjusted in steps, and this mechanism is made of metal so it feels premium. The ear cups offer a 180-degree swivel, which is really nice, and the ear pads on these are also really great as they have memory foam inside and they can also be removed if you need to replace them. One feature I really appreciated on these is that the sensory bass also works when you play this in wired mode. You have to turn them on after you connect them with wire for this, so this is going to consume battery, but they also work while being powered off in wired mode, but then the sensory bass won't work. The comfort on the Crusher Evo is quite decent. My ears are on the bigger side, and for me, the ear pads are just on the edge of being too small, but I still find them to be comfortable. They have memory foam inside, which keeps them comfortable, and even though their headband creates a pressure point on the center of your head, they are light in weight so you can wear them for some time. When you are playing music on them, the vibration of the ear cups actually increases the comfort as the whole headphone vibrates, which I think also lets some air in. You also get a head massage while listening to bass-heavy music on these, and it actually feels kind of relaxing after some time. For wireless connectivity, they have Bluetooth 5.0, and they also have Google Fast Pairing feature, so they do connect almost instantly after powering them on. They don't have aptX or LDAC support, but they do support AAC, and that should be good enough for the quality of drivers we have on these. This is a microphone test for these headphones, so you can hear what they sound like when you're using them on a call. There doesn't seem to be any kind of noise cancellation going on with the microphone, but it still sounds good. Also make sure that you are subscribed to the channel with bell icon so you don't miss out on the cool stuff that I have coming up. The battery life on these headphones is also really exceptional. Skullcandy claims that they deliver 40 hours of playback time, which is really long, and I also played music on these for 22 hours and the battery life shown on my phone was still at 80%, so I really think that they will deliver the claimed 40 hours of runtime, and they also support fast charging if all that is not impressive enough for you. Finally, coming to their sound quality, they just work in a completely different way than any other headphone that I have reviewed, so it is kind of complicated to explain how they sound. The target audience for these headphones are the people who want to have free-minded fun with their music, and I can completely see the appeal for these headphones as they do deliver on that promise very well. It is really fun to make other people try these headphones and see their jaws drop as they get confused about why they are feeling what they are feeling while wearing this headphone, and it really is one of the coolest party tricks that you can have on an audio device. There is a certain use case for these headphones that I won't go into the details of, but let's just say that the Snoop Dogg people will be willing to pay any price for these headphones. So while they are an excellent choice for people who want to feel their music in this sensory way, I also have to cover how they sound as a normal headphone, and it is going to be a long explanation. The vibration motors on these headphones are a part of their sound delivery, so this system works along with their regular sound drivers to deliver all the frequencies. So the extreme low frequencies in the bass are delivered by vibration motors, and I think over 100 Hz the sound is completely handled by the drivers. The slider on these headphones also allows you to control how strong the vibration motors are, so you can either go into full head massage mode or you can completely turn it off and only hear the sound from the drivers. But I think most people will have the slider set somewhere in the middle because the sound drivers are designed to work with the motors, so if you completely turn it off, they sound bright and thin. So with their slider set to around 40%, they have a V-shaped sound signature, meaning that the bass and treble is boosted. This is something that I was expecting because these are tuned to make the modern music sound fun. For the tech they have tried to achieve here, it works pretty well. The motors integrate with the sound drivers very well, and I think this is why most people who try these headphones for the first time may not even realize that they have additional vibration motors inside. So the bass experience is not only that of sound but also of the physical vibration that Skullcandy calls sensory bass. This really gives you a totally different experience when you listen to EDM or other electronic music, as you feel the ear cups vibrating along with the kick that you have in electronic tracks. And these are really designed to listen to bass-centric music, so you do feel your music in a very literal sense on your head. But from a purely sonic perspective, the result of this technology is that the bass can sound quite loose. It can completely overpower the mid frequencies, but the slider allows you to lower it very easily, so you can balance it according to the track that you are listening to. But still, if you are looking for the best sonic experience in this price range for bass, these headphones may not be the best because they are meant to be used for fun and headbanging to EDM instead of critical listening where you try to examine how well defined the bass is. People compare their bass to that of a subwoofer, and their vibration motors do deliver a surprisingly effective sense of deep bass, but this bass is just meant for enjoyment and feeling it through the vibration of the headphone, as it will sound very loose to someone who wants to have a serious listening experience with their music. If you completely turn the sensory bass off, they actually still sound nice. Their drivers are decent, but they again become basslight and bright without the sensory bass, so turning it off is only a good idea for when you are listening to something that you don't want the vibrations with. Another thing to note here is that they work fine if you wear glasses, but without glasses you get a better experience as they seal your ears better and the vibrations also don't travel in the best way through your glasses. Coming to their mids, they sound recessed because of their V-shaped sound signature. The vocals on these sound decent, but these are not exactly the headphones that you will buy to listen to vocal-centric music. The upper mids on these headphones have an emphasis, so the vocals don't have the fullness to them that you may find even with other cheaper headphones like the Sennheiser HD 4.40 BT. But again, these are targeted for a very different use case, and the Sennheisers were just too uncomfortable for me to recommend. Skullcandy also has an app available for these, and before I used it, they sounded a little too bright for my taste, but the app allows you to add a personalized equalizer preset by asking you whether you are able to hear different frequencies or not. I really thought that this was a gimmick, but the preset that this app set on these headphones actually made them sound significantly more balanced, and it also made the bass from vibration motors integrate better into their sound, so I would highly recommend using the app and using this feature if you buy these headphones. So after this optimization, the treble sounds pretty good to me, even if it still retains some emphasis in it. I think that this emphasis is kind of required with these headphones so that the treble can keep up with the power and vibration of the bass, but it still sounds good. They do sound detailed, and for what they are aiming to do with these headphones, I think that the treble is executed very well. The soundstage on these headphones is also nice, and they don't sound congested. For gaming, they should also work well, as you will feel the bass on your head, and their V-shaped sound signature will also let you hear the details. They also have something called tile support, which will help you in finding these headphones in case you lose them. So in conclusion, The Skullcandy Crusher Evo is a product that I think is executed very well. It is a specialty product that has been designed for a specific crowd, and for those people, it really provides an experience that no other headphone I have had delivers. They are designed very well, they are comfortable, the battery life is outstanding, the integration of sensory base is also really impressive, but it is definitely not a conventional headphone, and if you are not looking for this kind of an experience for your music, then I would not suggest that you go for this. These are also mostly suited for modern music, so genres like EDM and pop that have bass drums and kicks in them, and they won't be the best for stuff like classical or vocal centric music. But for people seeking a really fun experience, this is something that I can easily recommend, as this product is really in its own category, so even for someone who already has good headphones, this can be a really fun addition. So I'll have links to buy these headphones in the video description. Let me know what you think about Crusher Evo in the comment section below and if you would buy them. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it or a thumbs down if you disliked it. Subscribe with bell, follow me on socials. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.